Welcome, family and friends. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Rachel and Troy. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives. Rachel and Troy have spent years getting to know each other, and unintentionally, years of being engaged. And we now bear witness to what the relationship has become. Today they will affirm this bond formally and publicly. Rachel and Troy will mark their transition as a couple not only by the celebration, but the love between themselves by also celebrating the love between all of us, including the love of their parents, siblings, family, and great friends. With that love, today is more joyous and meaningful. Love is one of the highest experiences that humans can have, and it can add infinite meaning to our lives. The day-to-day companionship, the pleasure of doing things together, or doing separate things, but in delighting and exchanging of experiences, is a continuous and central part of what a man and woman who love each other can share. First of all, I'm honored to be part of the ceremony with all of your family and friends. I've known Rachel and Troy as a couple for a little over 4 years. We've had many dinners together and occasional drink or two together. I remember my first meeting with Troy. He came to our house with Rachel for dinner. So the Nortons and Reeders, and that in itself is somewhat overwhelming. But Troy fit right in. So we chatted a bit, had a few drinks, had dinner. Overall, really nice night. So later, Julie asked me, well, what do you think of Troy? I said, well, there's a couple things. How does a guy that skinny eat so much? And two, what's up with that scraggly beard? Troy, I'm just joking about how much you can eat, not about the beard. But all kidding aside, the thing I noticed in many of our get-togethers and dinners is how much Troy cared for Rachel. That was even more evident than the scraggly beard. I can tell Troy loves Rachel, respects her, cares deeply, and would do anything for her. Rachel, we go back more than a few years. The first time I met Rachel was in 4th grade. She transferred to St. Thomas More, and I was the basketball coach of the 4th grade basketball team. Rachel attended her first basketball practice, and I distinctly remember because you were the only girl at practice who was wearing her school uniform, including saddle shoes. And I'm saying full-on uniform. Blue button-down Oxford, the STM crest, plaid skirt, white socks, and saddle shoes. You know, I don't think you were supposed to wear those saddle shoes on the gym floor. Rachel, who over the years gave me countless eye rolls, many heavy sighs, and many mumblings under her breath. She may actually be doing that now. From all the basketball practices and games, to piano recitals, to our Alta tennis teams, to vacations to 30A, New York City, where you babysat John and Jake, Indian Wells in California for a tennis match, Pittsburgh, which we loved, now Arizona, your graduations, and many, many dinners. I have the honor and pleasure to watch you grow from a little girl to a beautiful, smart, independent, kind, and still feisty woman.
Yes.
I can tell by the way you look and interact with Troy that you love him, respect him, and would do anything for him. In closing, I'm going to steal a line from my mother-in-law, Lorraine Monagian, who is here today, who once said this about two people who were getting married many, many years ago. Two nice people found each other. In this case, two very nice people found each other. I know it's been a rough couple of years of planning, canceling, and replanning, but here we are finally, so let's get on with it. Sorry. Troy and Rachel have decided to share personal vows with each other to demonstrate their promise and commitment to one another today in the entirety of their marriage.
Okay. Rachel, my baby girl. I cannot tell you in words how amazing you are to me, but I'm going to give it a shot. Over the last 4 years we have been together, I couldn't have imagined someone completing me as much as you do. When I imagined my future wife, I imagined someone that I could date forever. and I cannot wait for the years and years of dates that we're going to have. When I imagined my future wife and my future family, I always thought about the traditions we would have and we would start. I can't wait for all of the traditions we create together, but my most favorite tradition is one that we already have. Every night before we fall asleep, I kiss you twice, because let's be honest, two is better than one. I cannot wait to kiss you every day and every night for as long as I can. Then we tell each other good night, and every night that I spend with you is always a good night. Then I tell you I love you. To some, those words are just words, but to me, I only say them when I absolutely mean them, and I could not imagine loving anyone more than I love you, and look forward to loving you every day we are together. And finally, dream sweet. A little different than most are used to, but for the last 4 years of the dreams I could ever ask for have been created and achieved with you by my side, ready at a moment's notice to jump right in. You are my ride or die, truly my best friend. And every time I look at you, there's no one I ever want to fall asleep or wake up next to. I love you, and I cannot wait to create this life together.
Troy, I know you were super worried I'd wait until last minute to write my vows, but little did you know.
Sorry, Rachel.
Thank you.
Your mom said bring it over. You guys.
Here we go, take 2. Troy, I know you were super worried I'd wait until last minute to write my vows, but little did you know I actually wrote them almost 3 years ago. So good news is you actually ended up proposing to me, because if not, this could have been a little awkward. So here they are. Hi baby, today is Monday, July 9th, 2018, and today marks the day that I had a major realization. Today I realized that I do in fact have emotions. And that all those weeks ago, when I made a point of telling you only a few days into our relationship, I just want to warn you of something. Don't feel bad when I don't show my emotions, because to be honest, I really don't have many. But you know what? I lied to you. I didn't know it at the time, but I could never be more sure of anything now. All day today, I keep thinking to myself, I can't believe how much I love this man. I keep having this major urge to tell you how much I love you, tell you how gushy I'm feeling today. I continue to play songs that remind me of you, just to continue this overpowering wave of emotion I'm feeling. I couldn't be more excited to spend the rest of my days with someone who loves me like you do. I know I wrote this on July 9th, 2018, but I know that these words will still hold true until the day we say I do. If I'm reading this to you, that means today is this day. I love you, Troy Michael McClellan, and I promise I will never stop loving you. I promise to continue to be your best friend and biggest supporter. I promise to stick around no matter what happens, as long as you promise to continue putting up with me and all my craziness. I love you so much, and nothing makes me happier than the idea of being your wife. A very long time ago, you told me your goal in life was to make me so happy that I cried. Well, baby, I'm going to guess that day. Today is that day. Thank you for loving me. Sincerely, your boo. I know I loved you 3 years ago, but I've never loved you more than I do today. Even though we should have been married by now, I couldn't be more thankful for this bonus year we've had together. It showed me we were capable of anything, and more importantly, that we make a great team. Thank you for choosing me to be by your side.
Now, as another sign of unity, Rachel and Troy wanted to take a moment to share an expressive song of their love with each other.
We'll do it at the reception.
Okay.
It's okay.
We are gathered here together to join Rachel and Troy in the union of marriage. This covenant is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with deep realization of its obligation and responsibilities. Do you, Troy, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in matrimony, to love her, comfort her, honor her, respect her, in sickness and in health, in sorrows and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Do you, Rachel, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor him, respect him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and hold from this day forward as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Rachel and Troy have chosen rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their undying love. May I have the rings, please? Troy, please repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
with the pledge
with a pledge
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Now, Rachel, please repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
with the pledge
with the pledge
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
to love you today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
By the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I now finally pronounce you husband and wife. Troy, you may now kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. McClellan.